45 minutes left in the trading session. There's a look at North American markets. Back in negative territory, unfortunately. Let's jump right into things here, though. It's a meme stock kind of afternoon, guys. We're back. It's the fastest 45 minutes, as Sean likes to say, and it's going to be full of meme stocks, I feel.
And Sean says it because it's true. And a shout out, and I'm going to say quickly here, Mathia in the chat there. We're trading equities live here. You're going to see Sean and I trade actively, all in equity. So those are the only trades that are going to happen. AMC, I was just finished looking at, well, I mean, AMC looking stronger than GameStop for now. I know GameStop's up 17% here, but AMC making a push towards its current high, 1575, whereas GameStop turned off of 217 last I checked. I got a few positions on that. Peers. I'm just going to call it Peers, PIRS, small cap in the morning. I am short that one. And actually, we just got an 89 fill, but short in front of $3 on PIRS. So we're going to recap some things that we're in. I'm looking to see if I can't get into AMC, but this looks pretty solid off this $3 level. There was a fail break before. I shorted that into VWAP. Now shorted it again in front of $3. Ocugen, I got a long off of the low of the day. I mean, 796 previous close, $8. Got a long off the low of the day, but the hunt is on for GameStop and AMC here, Sean.
Yeah, and okay, where's my list here from this morning? Actually, I have AMD written on here, but we did take one of my very first trades of the day was, of course, this AMC long. And how good was that at $14? Now up to 15. So yeah, that one is, we're punching that stock out because good trade. We're still up on it, but nowhere near as much as we should be off that kind of a move. So I look to short this actually into that day's high, 1574. We'll just give it a little bit of room there to move. I'm on Ford right now. Just started building a position right now off of the day's low of 1280. Let's see where we can go. We're long 84 or 84 half, I believe. So targets upside 90s, 88s, things like that. Maybe even cut. I mean, if we get the view up, that's great. But Ford today down that 1.65% as the market's falling. So we can catch a ride with Ride if you want as well. Man, did we call this one as well. Going long right there. Boom, nice little move to the upside. Short early, reverse long, easy peasy. Up to 910 there. We don't have any on board. We got out once it broke VWAP. Man, that was a mistake. That was our last 10%, waiting for the moonshot. But Ride, a good one today. Look, we're going to bring you guys right into the close. Marijuana stocks up as well. So lots to talk about, and let's just get the winners for you on board.
Yeah, let's short Peers more. If we get back up to 3, that's a horrible pun. I was about to say, let's short Peers more, like Piers Morgan, whatever, who cares? PIRS, this is a kind of range by now. Watch out. We are going to be trading till the close. We have to be flat by the end of the day. So if this thing can't break VWAP, I got to take some aggressive profits off at 280, which will only be like scalps of like 5, 10, 15 cents. I'd love to get a breakdown at 270 if it gets there. But beggars can't be choosers, and we're running out of time here. GameStop just broke downside while AMC continues to show a little bit more strength. Brendan?
Looks like focus is shifting to others in this highly shorted type of group. Here's another one. Just saw somebody mention this one. Yeah, Nikola. Wow. Day highs here for Nikola. 1250 coming, only 3.2%, but volume behind this move as well. You can also look at Moxie. Guys, Moxie does not have a high short interest. Just halted to the upside, resumed looking to break highs as well for Moxie.
Moxie, you say? Okay, yeah, I was looking at Fisker here just to see if there was any sort of pushback or anything with Fisker. I don't really see anything there. Obviously, Nikola, you talked about that. Ride making some moves up. So maybe some of these beat down EV names starting to make moves today. So we'll just continue to double check. Right now, though, we're in the money again on F. So let's just wait to see how high this goes. We're waiting at 88 for first bid out. Long 84 half right now on Ford.
Yeah, and I just reloaded on that PIRS. But another one I'm looking at, I saw you guys talking, or at least somebody was asking about EDU. And apologies, the chat moves fast sometimes, so I'll see the symbol and then miss who was asking about this. I shorted it once off this pop into VWAP, but it made a bit of a bottom that failed off the open to make the, after the fresh high break, and then I shorted it once, got out when it broke 1035. I've stayed away from it, but you get a double top here at 1110, and if I'm going to be bearish on the stock, which is typically going to be the case, 1085 for sure looks pretty good. I say it's going to be the case because you're rounding into resistance level. The daily chart is absolutely atrocious when it comes to this name. So you look for a breakdown, probably letting it go through 1085 is the way that I'm going to approach it here. And I did say I was in Ocugen, just to quickly show you guys. Ocugen making a bounce off of yesterday's close here at 796, then held 8 even off the open. It just held 8 even one more time. I'm long at 804, so just looking to see if I can't take this one into VWAP. Little VWAP bounce play off the bottom for Ocugen. Brendan?
It's everyone's favorite flying thing. E-hang back to the upside here, guys. I don't even know what to call it. Flying electric.
That was good. It worked. I knew what you meant.
Yeah, here we go again. 8% for E-hang coming back in after a big pop. So they just came out with this.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like an updated version
Okay,
of some sort of flying device. So yeah, E-hang making moves, guys.
Oh, I missed the picture. Well.
I mean, that looks better. I mean, that looks more just like a flying drone, like one of the drones my kids have. But I don't know if I'd get involved with that. The funny thing about E-hang, which is why I knew what we were talking about, we had that video, Brendan, obviously, if you remember that, of the guy driving the helicopter around. And it was just like, it looked pretty, to me, it looked pretty scary. So I'm not going to be an investor in E-hang, but nice to see some movements coming back into that. Look, it wouldn't be a show without some Palantir. So we're going to go long right now on the bottom of Palantir, maybe at the bottom. And then we're going to use this as the bottom, 21.45. So again, remember, Neil and I flat in 40 minutes. These are not long-term trades by any stretch of the imagination. We're just trying to scalp this out. So right now, 10 cent worth of risk, a little bit less than that, I think is worth it to see if we get going a little bit back to the upside, especially with the NASDAQ starting to go. So, I don't mean to be on Palantir all the time. This is just a pretty good setup right here. And we actually only made 2 trades on it early, right? We took it, this is all just one trade early on Palantir. We missed the very top, but we got out nicely there. So let's see if we can't do this again on Palantir and get it back to 67, something like that, and take a quick little win there. All we're trying to do now is top off our day, because right now, man, still reigning supreme. So let's just keep holding the trophy up. It's been a big day. We're going to see, hopefully it gets bigger. Palantir long, Ford long, and I'm going to look for some shorts as well. NEO all the way back to 36.
I'll give this one. And we talked about being in trades for a very short duration of time. I was short off of this. It was the second we started at 3 o'clock before we even started this on PRRS, and then got some at 90s. I shorted again right at the beginning here, just a couple of minutes or so ago. Got half of it out when it got down to 90 and then the 80s, and then shorted it again off the high that it immediately blown out. So each of these trades, very, very quick, very short duration. This stock is absolutely running. It's held every single dip so far, and we got to look to the upside, see where it continues to go to. I just got a little bit out, so we'll try to walk on some water, because usually when OCGN does this whole party where it's been a short all day long and I'm looking for a bottom pick, I don't usually get the follow through. That's been a bit a frustrating thing. So hopefully we get this move down to up to 820 and then up into VWAP, see if we can hold on to it. I don't mind holding Ocugen closer to the close. If it holds 8 even, you got yesterday's close as support as well. So a couple of reasons why I'm going to like this. I find myself without a short, but I also find myself looking at AMC starting to come off a little bit here. So it just put in a lower high off, randomly 1575 here. It was stronger than GameStop, when we first came back in at 315, but you can't really ignore the fact that, these 15, 16 levels have been a problem before. It's trying to extend through. It wouldn't be crazy to see a bit of a sharp pullback here. And look, if I'm going to short like a 1525 area, you can't really give that all way to the top. So you kind of want this to base out in the 1550 range, get a better price if I'm taking a shot at the short on AMC, because that can be perilous. And then you got that quarter play, 1575 through the top. Like maybe you get that for 15 to 20 cents into 16, and then reassess that if it tries to break a 16 even.
Okay, I said I would look at NEO a little bit here today. Why don't we do that right now? NEO making moves to the downside, so not a good one. If you are long NEO, big move to the high side early. We talked about that, why we liked it, why we didn't like that move. And then now it makes that move back to 35.50. Those were like some key levels, right? We talked about it early. Buy any dips if possible. Normally that holds for the morning. And I don't know, like right now, if you were buying these dips, it's been a problem, but we like it early on, especially when we can try to judge the momentum of the market. So that, to me, that play makes a lot of sense. That's why we made it. But let's just wait to see what happens now on NEO. I still think it can go, man, especially if it breaks this area one more time. 36.50, we're a little ways away from that. Obviously, if that goes, then other names like Palantir and whatnot will work as well. But NEO right now having a little bit of a hard time getting going. We said we'd look at some cannabis plays, so why don't we do that? TLRY, Tilray was up almost a dime, I think, today. Oh, it's pulled back. Oh, yeah, big time. Maybe it was the other one that was, oh no, here it was, yeah. Up to 16.50, yeah. Big pullback down to 15.75. Remember in the morning I said, like, we don't want to take breakouts in Tilray? Would have worked a little bit I guess, here at 1575, straight to the upside, and at 16 it would have been fine. But again, like, these names always get hit coming back in. So you got to, you know, at least understand that. And I think that this could get hit again heading into the close. So a 1560 short coming here on Tilray. If we get down to that area, I want to go short 1560. Let's see if we break the day's low. And that would make, or I mean, it's not the day's low, but the range low here. That would make sense to me. So we're going to short Tilray through that low, guys. Well worth the risk here.
Yeah, speaking of shorts, Moxie losing a little bit of its moxie. And if you love bad puns, we're here for you. At least I'm certainly here for you. Sean's got better ones than I do. But I try to keep it as cheesy as possible because I like a horrible pun if I can get it. Just going to quickly have to search for locates because I don't think we got them free. Oh, that's okay. 2 cents a share, not too bad there. So we'll go ahead and lock those in. I do like the opportunity. It just made a couple of parabolic moves, the first through 17, but that last failure was off of almost an even 20 level. I think if it tries to push back into this 19 range, I want to short any kind of a pop, anticipating that it might not get through to that high. So you're looking at like 1930, 1950, somewhere in that range. I want to be short in front of it. As it moves to the upside here, I'll be trying to lock in something, you know, closer to 19 even for the short side of Moxie, which is already putting a bit of a turn going into the close.
Okay, so if you're joining for the first time, very, very popular. Oh, I wonder if we got 300 likes yet on this. 243 likes, guys, right now for our sticky note. Thank you so much for that. I just want to talk about right here. Coin. Look, we're going to talk about that right now. Coin, still waiting for that 240 break. Well, guess what? Wait no longer. Like, I'm just sitting here in the afternoon. We're doing things. We're doing random things. And yeah, miss this opportunity. But look, basically, I think, I mean, I would still be in this. Nice little run upside, but the 240 wasn't as sexy as maybe it should have been. The first break up to 240.80, falls back down to 238 and change. So this bottom now, we're on the watch for you, bottom. We're going to watch out for that tomorrow because, or maybe even now, 239 hold, like 238.80 to be, well, 238.50 there to be exact. But there's that break on Coinbase. I'm glad I bought the other day, 231. Hopefully we don't see that price again, but let's wait to see now where Coinbase goes. But considering what the market's doing, right? Flat to nothing today. Very, very nice move backside here for coin. So good move up there. Had that bottom 230. You got to be a buyer down here. Sure as hell glad that I was. Now we'll wait to see what it does at the top side. But there's that 240 break, man. We missed it. Damn you, coin. Good opportunity there, just not one that we had. So missed on coin, but we'll be back on that one, especially if it dips back down to 238.
Yeah, I mean, it's such great dip buys on that stock. I mean, going into the close, I'd actually prefer if we were trading sort of closer to the bottom end of this range or even breaking down, because I think I'd really like to catch like a VWAP bounce type play on a Coinbase. We talked about AMC thinking it was about to make a bit of a push to the upside. It might be worth that fade, but stalling out a little bit. And I don't want it to roll over right here because I don't love the risk to reward at like a 1530 price. And it's the same thing with Moxie, which I just paid for the shorts. You know, Moxie, it just roll over. And again, I'd mentioned I wanted it to in that 19 range or somewhere at least close to that, so you could play it off 1930 to 50. Looks like it's heading back down on its own. If it comes into like 16, I mean, that's a heck of a move. If it comes into like 1650, that's probably the only place where you're going to catch that falling sword. So it might just have to be AMC. This is one of those where you're oddly enough, if you're looking for the short, sometimes you're hoping for a little bit of a pop here because you'd rather get a decent price, or at least a realistic price that gives you a decent out if you want to go to like that 1550 to 60 area, and 75, of course, being that absolute top. So if GameStop wants to slow down, if AMC wants to slow down, then I'm going to see if I can't get a little bit short off the top. Now, there's probably going to be a breakout if it gets through 1575, but we'll cross that bridge if and when we get to it.
So we're going to be releasing a trade alert that we did on Square today. So, and I see some people talking about it, so why not? Let's go over to Square right now. Coinbase, missed opportunity there. Square, you know, one of the better trades that I had today, and it was just because it was simple. We're going to release the explanation of what this is all about, but it's yesterday's high there, so you're going to see that coming soon, hopefully to a YouTube channel near you, more likely our YouTube channel. But there's Square right here. People asking Square into the close. No, not really. I mean, if anything, you're thinking about a negative Square here on the downside right here on Square. You can see the market's giving some up. So I don't like Square for long, no. So that question is going to be an N to the O. But for right here, 215, maybe downside. But again, I don't want to I don't want to short a strong name today. I mean, that's the one thing that I feel is going to be a little bit dangerous, especially heading in to the close. In about 20 minutes, we have the MOCs, which is the imbalance locator, coming through. So we're going to have to look at that and see what, if that tells us anything at all. So I'm going to wait on Square. I don't think we take out the high, but actually I don't mind getting short if we can get back into 218. But for right now, just a little too risky on SQ. So we're going to wait to see where we go from here on that one. But I don't like the short for those of you that are asking. Ford, I mean, it went for us, man. We were, what are we long at, 84? So we are 3 pennies in the money. I don't know, is that greedy looking for more? But we didn't get it, so I guess maybe it is. But right now, we'll wait for Ford again. 79 is our out, the low of the day.
Yeah, speaking of stocks that rolled over, 1250 double top on Nikola. Like, this is the day that I'm not actually trying to get at Nikola here. It's already bounced once off of 1235, so you probably want to see momentum break down through that price. Otherwise, you got to have the 1250s. That's a level. That's what you want to be playing off of. I think AMC, I have to, if I only want to risk 10 cents, is that even worth it on AMC? So I'm starting to think about this like 35 range. So I'm sitting here up at 40, only wanting to risk 10 pennies, and that feels ridiculous. Like, I'll pay some mid-30s if I can get them and just extend it a little bit here, maybe take a couple entries. And of course, as I'm saying that, it starts to slide away from me. Now this, remember, a bit of a tight stop here. If it gets up to 15.75, that's fine. Like, we'll take another trade up that price, but I want this consolidation right here, right now, off the lower highs that I'm anticipating it might be able to put in. And then you try to catch that push down to 15 even. And while this is happening, it's the fact that GameStop has kind of already put a bit of a move like that. And if GameStop breaks 206, decent chance you get back to like a 200 level. Now, I don't like breakdown trades at this time of day when one of these are gapping. I'd rather short off consolidation where I know my out is going to be. If you take a breakdown, it's like, what's your stop placement going to look like? And a lot of times it's really tricky to do so, and then hard not to have it go against you. So I know where it's going to be in AMC. I just started at 33s. I'll add to it high 30s, try to get an average price 35. That's the price I want when I add one more time. And then I'm risking 15 pennies, not giving that to the high of the day.
One time. Look, we're doing the same kind of thing here with all of our trades right now as we go. So you got to just be very, very careful with what you're doing right now, because things could fall down. So we're going to wait for Ford. We already gave you that 79, that 80 level there. So we're waiting on that. We'll see where it comes through for us, but hopefully soon it will come through. Alibaba, nice little move to the upside. That PRIRS, Neil, you're talking about that one already.
Oh, it's still good.
That's moving. Palantir back to 50. So we may wind up getting out of this one if it dips below. And the price I have for here, just so you guys are on the same page as me, 44s. So we're going to take another bid ahead of this. So we're going to get ready now. Well, maybe it doesn't go down after all. So we'll wait for that one. But again, another bid, 2160, 2150. Facebook, really happy with the way Facebook's trading. Let's check out, not AMC, you were just on AMC. AMD, actually, quickly. Good trades on AMD today, up to 78. 79, but now it's not doing much. I need something that's near the high of the day. I guess the only one really is going to be Coinbase here, 241. It just took out 244. Just a nice little drop there on coins. So watch out, man. So this is a good thing. So the market coming back down hard, so is Coinbase, okay? So if the market starts to stop, then I think we can look for a Coinbase long. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to find a Coinbase long into this. Maybe we'll just bid 240 and then use this as our bottom, 238.50. I like that trade here on Coinbase. So let's try that and then see where we go from here, guys.
There you go. And something that is kind of strong, it's not at the high of the day, but this LEDS is back towards the top. I had a post-halt short on this one, and you have a strategy, and for me, it's always going to be off that replay after a halt to the upside, and I'm going to take that short on the way back in when it fails, and I give it back just a little bit above that halt price. So look, it's going to be a bad out, but you got to stick to your strategy, and if it works 7, 8 times out of 10, you're going to stick to it. This particular time, it does retest that high and roll over, but bounces off VWAP, so it's still looking relatively strong for now. If it can hold above $10, look to see if that, and like this is about 10.50. That halt price was like 10.55, but if we break 10.50 up, I'll take a quick little shot at LEDS, with the caveat that it's, the volume looks pretty good. Liquidity's only okay. Sometimes the spread's opening up. I don't want this stock in the last 5 or 10 minutes. That's not a breakdown that I'll take at that particular time. AMC, which I just mentioned, I tried to get a price at that mid-30 range. Ended up a little better than that, 37.5. You'll see it as 38 on the board. So look, if it breaks the top end, that's that 50 range. We'll be out of it. But this is the consolidation area that I was looking for instead of taking it to the high of the day. If we can work it to the bottom of this candle like 15.20, I want to have half out and then look to see if it can't push to 15 even. So AMC rolling into a tight stop short, about 4 or 5 cents in the money, just a little bit more before I get some profit out.
Okay, we're into Tilray. First of all, we're into Coinbase. Look at that bid right there. We're already in the money, $1 on Coinbase. So do we want to take it? Why not? Let's see if we can get filled there on Coinbase. This is what we're doing. There's a smooth dollar right there on Coinbase. Look, man, it just keeps on coming, man. The hits don't stop. So there it is, another one. We just talked about getting long on Coinbase in front of that 238. Okay, we'll do that. How about 240.15 or whatever the hell I'm long? 240.21. And then how about that out? 241.33, something like that. Smooth dollar and change right there on Coinbase. This is what we're doing. And then, by the way, Weed Batman also now in the building as we go short on Tilray right now. That's the day's low. We'll see if it can go again. I just don't think we take out the day's high here. Let's hold Tilray maybe even into the close. I mean, we'll take a little piece off at 50 because that's what we always do. And then maybe we'll wait for this 44 to come through. But right now, Tilray, whatever, man. Big win there on Coinbase as Coinbase still rips City right now. So here you go, guys. If you're going to listen to any ideas, sometimes we got them. So let's just go. Watch Tilray, watch Ford, watch Palantir, and Coinbase.
Yeah, someone was saying in the chat, they're like, don't short AMC. Look, guys, I'm just going to trade the setups that we see here. And it's not about picking on one thing or another. Got that first target finally on AMC. If it continues that rollover, the key number is going to be about 15.20. You know, this is that sort of line in the sand. If we haven't broken this, you know, probably in the next like 5 or 10 minutes, and that move is matriculating to the upside a bit too strong, and I might consider either moving my stop or just getting more aggressively out inside of this range, guys. Time is against you when you're making a play like this. You want it to stall out, make a push down off that lower high. That hasn't happened yet. Still got that OCGN. Now, of course, it's still sitting in the money here. It's going to be worth a reload, but I will not reload this long if we're past like 350. So we come back down to 8. I don't mind taking some shares in front of that $8 range one more time. We'll rinse and repeat the action off the low of the day into that 8 to 8.10 range. So we'll rinse and repeat it as many times as we can and then hope for a bigger push to the upside. Things can get range bound. So you want that home run, that press up into VWAP, especially with the double confirmation of it being, you know, it's $8 and low of the day, but it's also yesterday's close at 796. So a couple of good reasons why we like this bounce on OCGN, and we'll rinse and repeat it at least one time. I know some of you guys are looking at GameStop. I know it's fine. Just to show you, it's continuing to look a little bit weak, and that's the one thing. It's not a guarantee that AMC and GameStop will follow each other, but a lot of times, if we're breaking through this low on 206, there's a good chance that AMC is going to follow suit there. And then back to that Moxie, on the other hand, it just broke down and then came right back in. Now, I will give you a short off 19. At this point after the rollover, you got to think about that 1850 level just to be able to get into a trade and try and play what looks like a downward trend going into this little bit of close. If we're close to the VWAP, maybe I wouldn't do it, but we're still a good $2 away. So from here, the risk reward's solid on the short.
All right, we're going to wait here now for Tilray. Again, we think it's going to fall back down, so we're going to bid some 50s here. We'll see. Kevin, you asked me about Tilray. Yeah, so we're in it. So good call on that one, Kevin, for that. And there's the bid there. We got a 46 or 47. What did we get there on Palantir? Let's double check this one. 47 bid, so rips up to 50. We're now flat on this trade. You know what? We can take a little piece off here. Let's just take a little off at 50 here. Actually, maybe not. Let's cancel that 50 if we can. There we go. Canceled 50. We'll wait for a little bit higher now. Maybe 53s for Palantir. What up, Pete?
All right, not much direction right now in the overall market. There is a early sell side imbalance to make note of. Here's one from the morning. We were looking at this PRVB just ticked back up with some volume coming in back to the downside. Pretty clear level, 1025 for PRVB. Still up big time. Market not really doing much though at this point, guys.
All right. This time we're going to wait for 87s. Not wait. I mean, we're going to put an offer there at 47 for Ford, or 87. What am I talking about? 87 there. Last time we were waiting for 88s and we missed it. So we'll see if Ford can go. We're still protecting that bottom, so we'll see on that one. Okay, and then here we go, guys. You're tuning in for winners, and hopefully, anyways, let's see if Coinbase can give it to us. We talked about that 240, and again, straight off the sticky note, right? We're trying to, prove its worth to everybody here. So let's go now. There's $1.70 now in the money. Well, not exactly $1.40 now in the money, and now $1.70 in the money on Coinbase. So we'll see if it can come up and take something out like 243.50. We'll put an offer there just in case it wants to moonshot up side here. Coinbase. You know what? I mean, we may even just take out the day's high here on Coinbase, but we're going to put an offer at 243.50. See if we can get out somewhere in the middle here. That'll be, once again, a nice little win for you on that name. We'll wait to see for that. But Tilray, I don't know. If the market bounces, maybe Tilray is not the right spot here. I don't know. We're only in the money 2 cents. I'm not going to take it, but need it to fall down. Need this to break some heads here. So hopefully Tilray can come back down just as expected. Now it's 58, 59. Uh-oh. Charts frozen. Neil was asking me how my charts been. They've been okay, but not really right now, as I can see. One of them is frozen. We're still waiting for Ford to go up. We may get that fill soon. I'm going to refresh the charts, and your boy will be right back.
I jinxed that one. Obviously, I was saying right before the show that I had like 3 breaks, 15.50. This is why I like that tighter stop idea. Look, you can give it to the high of the day. I just kind of feel like you better be pretty confident it's coming down into 14.80 if you're going to make that move. I'd rather play in that lower range. I just got Moxie in, and then you're looking to see if you can have this continuation. AMC got 1 penny above, so 15.75, and it got 1 cent, so 76 basically put the print on, and that was it. Like no further than that for the time being. So the break hasn't happened through the top on AMC. It just held the high. Brendan?
I feel like we're having some serious deja vu here today. Here's costs now. Here we go again, 18%. Just took out day highs there. On volume, it's a meme stock kind of day, guys.
I mean,
Definitely
we're doing
an
backflips over here, guys, because we've got the winners on board. Ford, not a meme stock, but one of my favorite stocks to trade. There it is. Bang, bang, bang. This is what I mean, again, here we go again. We're doing it again for you live, man. 82s bid there. You could have had 81s. There's a nice little win. Whatever share size you take, man, put that money in the bank, and let's just go. This is what we do on the show. You know, Coinbase, big win. Ford, big win. Palantir, we could have took it off, and we're waiting for Till right now. So, hey, we could kick up our feet again, but then what would we do? So let's just continue to watch Ford, go to the high side. I've got your back. Let's go.
Okay, so was that Brendan, sorry? No, sorry guys. I thought I just heard Brendan in my ear. We're not going to Brendan for a quick second. I'll go to Moxie, guys. So I just got into that trade. I talked about this one. Having to chase it down a little bit further than we anticipated. BDL was just watching one from earlier. And yeah, now my chart, if you type it wrong the first time, you're absolutely cursed. So I talked about getting this one off of 18.50. I got an 18.25 price here. Now it's made a range from there to 17.50. And a $17, $18 stock, if you're not willing to take 40, 50, 60 cents, that type of a play, then I don't know what you're doing. So I am going to take off 35 here. I will take a 50-cent winner. And then if we break 17.50, that could be where the floodgates open up. You can hold that for a move into 17. I don't know that, look, it's 342. So when I say I don't know that, I am not holding it down to VWAP. I'm talking about 17 even as far as it can possibly go here. So that's sort of the idea. Have a relatively tight stop, get yourself a good price, and then make sure the risk to reward is there, especially if you're going against the grain. When you go against the grain, you're never shooting 10 for 10. You try to aim for something where you're 60% winners, but you're winning 2, 3x. And if you're not, then you should find a new business when it comes to shorting against the grain here. So Moxie is going to be working out. I did get the reload in OCGN. This, of course, a very different style of trade here. This is off that $8 and $7.96 close. So we get another pop into $8.10. You know I'm going to be rinsing and repeating the price action we had before, and then just getting out, seeing if we can't get a push into VWAP. Ocugen not likely to have a big imbalance, so I'm not too concerned about 350. It's just all about the low holding. Same thing with Moxie. I'm in the short trade here. It's an 18.50 stop. I could care less what happens at 350. I mean, if it breaks 850, I'm out. But I don't care what happens with the imbalances at that particular time. You might care. Like if you're trading, like an example might be, Sean and Ford right now. Every now and then, that stock might have a decent enough imbalance to move things at 350. But some of these smaller, higher flyers in the meme stocks, you tend not to care. Look at those key levels. That's what matters.
Yeah, so Coinbase, I mean, we're looking at it right now. Coinbase coming right back in. So we took off the majority of that position right there. Now we're going to hold it. It looks like it's going to break through 240. We were trying to give this a little bit more downside, but again, the future's coming back in. We're going to give this to 238.50, like we said. So we'll wait for some more downside on this one. Who knows? We should have took that $1.50 obviously there when it went up. I mean, easy to look at on the hindsight, but we'll just wait for it. I like QS. QS had again share lockup. I think it was yesterday or the day before. QuantumScape just continuing its march to the downside here. A big break, basically, of $24. It was kind of trying to hold it all day. I mean, it's not down too much, but that's a big level to break there. So now we're going to wait to see what QS does. And again, remember when we were in trouble on QS, we bought it right here, $41, and dumped it at $36.37. That's looking like a nice trade now off that Scorpion report. But you're almost right back down to when, it's birthday here, post-SPAC. So 28, I mean, we're lower than that now. I don't even know if this wick is even true. So $23, man, it doesn't get any worse than this for QS right now. So if you're in QuantumScape, get the hell out if you haven't already. We talked about why to get out before, and now we'll wait to see. The only play for that one was the fact that I thought it was going to get bought out. So maybe time to bottom pick on this one. AMC, guys, we already talked about that and what kind of a good win that was for us today. But here it goes again, taking the day's high out. So watch out for 16. This is probably a good short right around here. So I think we'll try to take it now and then see where we go against that 16, guys. AMC short. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's 1590. Yeah, it's getting rather close to that point where even numbers are going to matter sometimes with these stocks. I'm looking at, it's weird that you say QuantumScape, and for some reason the first thing I think about is Virgin Galactic. That just bounced off of VWAP as well. But look at this level here from the morning. 2590s a couple of times, 1, 2, 3, now 4 times. It's not 26, 2590. It's testing this over and over again. That could give you a potential breakout price. Certainly, it's at least one that I can file away. 2590, 26, that kind of a price area. But you're running out of time for a breakout from that level. I'll give it a couple of minutes. It's still it's only 20 cents away, so I kind of still want to have it. If it can break through that, give you a nice little quick scalp, in and out as fast as we can there. But like I said, 346, you are running out of time for that type of breakout, but you got to file away prices like that. So that's going on the iPad for me for tomorrow morning. I mean, that AMC, that's that move. I mean, I want to see on the level two, for AMC in front of 16, what is this always? From AMC in front of the 16, you kind of want to see if there's any size up here on that 16 level. And that's about, like 500,000 shares on that 16 level that we just saw. So it's not completely insignificant. Stock has done 180, but you only need 1 or 2 scalp trades off there where you're risking 2 or 3 cents and you can make 5 to 10 for it to be worthwhile. You got that lower high, that breakout price of 1575. I think that's probably your reversal point. That's a decent enough 16 level to play off of, but I think a lot of people are going to be short in front of it. I'm likely to be one, though.
I mean, that's why we only started going short now on AMC. So we're going to have to wait for it. It probably does break it, but we were long initially on that name. Just to give you guys a recap, I'm going to get out 239.50 there because we took out the majority of the trade here. I just don't want it to go back to 238.50 and it be a negative trade. So we're going to wait on Coinbase. Hopefully it goes up, but we're going to give it about $1 worth of room back to the downside. So 239.50 there again. You got to be disciplined about your trades, and that's what we're doing with AMC as well. We're waiting. We waited. We were very patient. I talked about shorting it in here, 60s, 70s. No, we're waiting for this level to come up. So now, the loss we have is going to be fine if it does go up through 16. If not, man, we'll retrace it back, get out some in the 60s, and then we'll see what happens down here if we get back down to these lows. But it's looking too strong. 179 million. We'll check out the imbalances when they do come back. So Tilray, I don't know. We're at the lows now. It's 3 pennies in the money, 4 pennies in the money, 5 pennies there. Maybe we'll take out a little bit. Where's my bids? My bid is 52. Maybe we'll take a little bit out, 54 if we can get it. But again, just another good trade there. Shorts. The shorts have been working for me, man. AMC now in the money. This Tilray's in the money. So here we go. A couple shorts today. Good ones for us. It's plus ride. So here we go. Come on, 50. Where was I? 52. I just went to 53. Let's take some off on Tilray here. We're just padding our day, man. Someone said we're up. I must be up $1 million. Nah, slightly less than that.
Yeah, and just watch it. We showed you that offer on AMC, and a lot of times when everyone's looking at a level 2, all the bigger traders, and we're all seeing that same thing at 16 even. So when it gets to 95, and then there's 100,000 on the offer, and everyone's already had a peek at that 16, some sellers come in early. That's that first move down. It doesn't get to 1575. I got bids all the way into that, specifically 1575. But I want to rinse and repeat. There's still enough time in the session that if we don't break that level, short 93 here. I'd short 95s if I get them. Try the same thing down into the low 90s and high 80s. I'd short 97, 98. You are running out of time to be able to take that trade a million times, though. And someone asked about GMC, and it was Superman. One of our members in there asking, is it good risk reward on GME? Yeah, GameStop not bad, but with only 10 minutes left to go, that wide of a trade, you're talking about 210 up to 217 out. thinking you get back down to like a 190, that's a lot of room. It's a big range for 10 minutes. We got to be flat by the end of the day. Whereas GameStop or AMC, you have very actionable range in here. All I need to do is have it go from the the mid to high 90s into the mid 80s, so that kind of a range. And here comes that 16 even. Where's that offer for you guys here? You can still maybe see it. Yeah, we're still actually it's bigger. So it's about 600,000 shares off that level. So I'm rinsing and repeating right here. Oh, just tried to break it. No break yet, though. Oh, that's one of those fail breaks here. If it jams down, I want more. If it breaks O2s, I'm out. Brendan?
All right, we've been looking at some of the cannabis stocks today. Here's another one, ACB, having a nice day. My daily chart's not working, excuse that. But 6% here for ACB. They just announced this, a 300 million share offering, guys, for ACB coming back in after a nice day.
All right, guys. Yeah, we shorted. So there it is, from one MJ stock to another. And there it is, man. There's 50, exactly as called. So Superman is back in the building once again, as we're near the highest spot we've been at all day long, guys. Tilray down to 50 again. Good short there. We talked about it taking out that low. Look at this trade just on the chart. Bang, right there. Nice trade, executed, whatever. We'll take this. All we're doing is padding. Pad. As the trophy will get lifted again at the end of the day, guys. 1547. Here we go to the downside, man. Just keeps on cracking lower and lower and lower. So Tilray, good move. We talked about fading all of these MJ names. So let's wait to see if that's going to be the case. Again, I didn't get anything out of my account throughout the day. I'm going to be holding for a long term. But hey, if you're swinging, man, Tilray, anything, bang, anything like this, guys. Let's just go. Like, here we go again. Just winners galore here. We just took out Ford, was a good trade. We got that out at 87 there. We're holding a small piece to see what happens on the back, but there's a good trade for us. Tilray's a good trade. Palantir, not a good trade. And Coinbase, a great trade. So right now, if Coinbase fails, we'll get out, but we're waiting for that thing to happen. Okay, someone's calling me once again. What a surprise. I'm working. Coinbase, we'll wait to see where it goes, but I still think, 241 maybe. We got to adjust our expectations here on Coinbase, maybe 242. Let's just put an offer there and see if we can't smooth that one out, guys.
Yeah, you guys saw live on that level too. When we got that 16 break on AMC, couldn't take out that 01. The second you actually popped through, that was no longer on the offer. That's when I got out. It then tried to jam back down below 16 even, held that 16 base. And I got 01 half into the long side. If you can't beat them, you got to join them. We're already scalped them. It just got to 1608. I've already scalped some out here. And then look, if it gets to 1625, we only got 6.5 wash. 7 minutes left here, guys, so I got to actually think about maybe aggressively taking some profit out. Just got some out at 1614. I was about to say I'll be all flat if it gets to 1625, but momentum play through. Every now and then, yes, you will see right at 4 o'clock one of these breaks a key level like that. I don't mind shorting in front of it when I see those share levels. And then you can always get a bit of a breakout long to make the money back. But sometimes you'll see that 4 o'clock ramp. We're not going to be involved in that. I'm going to be all out when we take out 1624. So there we go. Sometimes if you can't beat them, join them. That's what it's all about here. Got to play whichever direction the momentum is going to be going. And clearly it was to the upside when you got that 16 break. So some follow through into 1625. It might not be done. We'll have a quick look to see what happens in the next 5 minutes or so. But that's that quick reversal. A key thing about that level at 16 is sometimes you want to let that shakeout play. Like, it'll break through 16. Everyone runs their stops. It just said, oh, even breaks, and I'm out of it. And you saw it stall at 01s live with the level 2 there, and it really didn't signal the break. If from that point it never got to 02s, never ticked that extra penny, and it slams back down, that's where I'm holding on to the short. But once it reared its ugly head, holding that bit above 16, that's an easy reversal to the long side, and that's why we had it. But can't hold it because only 5 minutes to go.
Okay, GE, 1.16 million shares to sell. So that's not bad. Halliburton, yeah, I mean, we'll see. That's not going to do anything to GE. We'll just have a look here just so you can see nothing there. Halliburton, maybe. I mean, BAC, that's not big enough. Even Halliburton today, 4 million shares. I guess it's a quarter of the spot, but nothing there. I don't see anything worthy on this imbalance locator, so we won't have to worry about it. Okay, Tilray, there it is again. We're just going to wait for the bottom here. If we get some 41s, that's where my bid is. We're going to be flat in 5 minutes. I'm just trying to get out of everything as Tilray basically going to the bottom. And shout out to you, Kev. Kevin. Thank you so much for taking some of these trades, and I hope you're able to cash in on them as well. So there we go to the bottom side there. And again, just one entry, right? Like I don't need to go back and forth on this one. That was that. When we started the show, this was a genius up there, if you're able to short that, Kevin or anybody there. But again, just was nervous that we could have took it out, but instead we wait, we patient, now we take the bottom, and here we go, another 15-cent winner on this name. So that's a short. We've been long and short today, so here we go. Hit me at 41, and that'll be pretty sweet. And then there's a Coinbase long right now, back into the money. So I don't even have an offer out. I said I'd put one, so I think I should. 242. If we could take that right here, we'll do that. 240, yeah. What about that? Yeah, what about just 241.70 or so? So we're getting very, very close to, yet again, just another winner for you guys. And then right now, we'll just probably get out of Ford right here at 84, take the 1 cent and just move on. I don't know if this is going to run at the end of the day. We only have 4 minutes left. So that's my position on Ford. We're waiting for Tilray to print us, and Palantir is doing absolutely nothing. So we'll wait on that one. But here goes Ford. Let's just get out, put that 1 penny in our pocket, and start to, and just, you know, keep the money coming through. So good day today. I hope you guys all had a good one as well.
Yeah, and that's sort of the thing. Like with only less than 4 minutes to go. I mean, you're put to the test. You don't have a choice. I do have to cover that Moxie, so we're able to get some at the top here at 35. But you know, take 10 cents is nothing sexy about it. But I got to trim the position off. It's going to continue to do absolutely nothing. If only 40 pennies is all you can make on that move, then you're going to take it and you're going to run away from it. And I said the same thing about AMC. Yeah, could I have held on to 10%? I probably should have held some through 16.25, but with the clock running down, yeah, it's going to make a continuous run. I'm interested to see if it does make that 5 o'clock, that 4 o'clock ramp up, especially how parabolic that move is going. I mean, 16.50 just showed up on the offer, and that was nowhere near the sellers that were at that 16 even. But you turn around a little bit here, but I'm telling you, it was like 1/5 the size, so not as much resistance up at the top. Although I would suspect there's some dark pools in this range as well after that move, and maybe something at the close. It just blew through it. AMC seems unstoppable. Should have held on to that long for sure.
Hey guys, yeah, Hydration Nation's back in the building. We're done, man. We're at our highest spot, 0 LFT. We'll raise the trophy at the end of the day. Excited to see what happens with earnings tomorrow and some of the names that we have on board. My Tilray bid right here, you can go to the screen, yeah, is at 41. So we just took another bid out at 46. We'll wait to see if 41 comes in. Stop our day out there for an 18-cent win on that name. Oh yeah, check back in on Coinbase. Yup. There it is. Nice bid at 240. As per sticky note, upside there, upside bang. So we should have waited for that 80, but I saw it was having some problems at 50, so we did take it out there. We'll just darn it, unfortunately, there it is. Nice little move upside, but I'm saying darn it, but we put the money in our pocket now. And then, you know, just kick off our perfect day. I mean, today's just been a fantastic day, needless to say. So almost perfect. We are negative on one stock. So I think we're going to go 7 or 8 for 9 here as we go. And Palantir right now, we're still holding on to this one. This has been a slow decline. I don't know why we got out there at 45. I thought we were waiting for 40. I guess that's where one of my stops is. So we'll wait for Palantir, but I guess I got to get out. We're long at 47. Maybe, yeah, you know what, let's just get out, take a 2-penny hit here. It's not going to run up. So we'll get out of Palantir, and then we're waiting for Tilray to give us the 18-penny winner. So, you know, hope you guys had a good day today. I know I did, and we'll see everyone tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You know, it's a fantastic day, and certainly for those of you holding AMC, you got to be loving it. Much stronger, of course, than GameStop. GameStop holding this range, not doing much of anything here, right at this 210, as I saw AMC come back a little bit off that 16. Now 1667 high after I look at it, 40 pennies off, but much more movement in AMC. I think as a day trader, that's why you stick to what actually gives you the entries and exits. AMC was off some key levels, and that's why you're able to play off that 16, whereas GameStop, I mean, inside this range, what are you going to do with that? Not a heck of a lot. Your risk is up like $5-10, and it never really gives you that kind of a move.
Ugh, man, oh man. We can't complain. I mean, today's been an absolutely monstrous day, but look at the profits that would have been cooked up right there. It's doing exactly what we thought. We were talking about this mid-range. Remember, I was like, oh, we'll just get out at like 243.50 while that trade is coming and going. So we missed that one. We get out there, give up $1 at the end of the day there on Coinbase, but hey, it still remains true. Check out the sticky notes. Thank you for all the love on that today. We talked about 240, the only area we liked on Coinbase. We were able to get that Christmas gift right at the close. So there it is. Merry Christmas to all. And Brendan, to all a good night.
Yeah, I got a minute or so to go here, guys. Why don't we have a look at what's coming up as far as earnings are concerned? Maybe we are a little bit too tight for time, but if we can, we have a minute. My screen is taking its time as per usual. to load. So Nordstrom's is the most exciting one on here, guys. We can go ahead and throw that up there. But a few retailers coming for earnings.
Yeah, I mean, Nordstrom's sort of selling into, there's only 30 seconds to go. Nordstrom's selling off going into this 34 level we're talking about this morning. I think if it can hold that on a hopefully good report, if it's a good report and it holds that level, you got to like that actionable buy. Some retailers have been getting punked despite solid numbers. Nordstrom's, let's see if the same thing does happen. But it is countdown time, and if Miss B's here, and there it is, it's Randy. I knew it would be. He's got the sunglasses on. Ready? It's not at 3, 2, and 1. And now, Randy, the market is closed. Thank you for the enthusiastic ring of the bell. It's what he always does. We love you for it every single time. He's dead serious over there.
It was a little bit of a negative end to the day, guys. We can have a look at how things wrapped up here. 0.2 for the S&P, about the same for the Dow. The NASDAQ, yeah, back in positive territory, only just 0.16. After what we saw yesterday, I think this is kind of constructive overall, but 0.27 here in Toronto. Cryptos, yeah, they were worse at one point, but still in negative territory, guys, for cryptocurrency markets. But after, again, what we saw yesterday, not bad. I think we'll take it.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I just keep buying on the dips, but I did get into some cash yesterday, so we'll wait to see. I think Ethereum can go back to 2,100, and then Bitcoin maybe tests 32, 33 again. So we'll see about that. Hopefully that's where it stops, and then we can bounce back up. Thank you to Randy for hitting the bell there. Some good earnings, man. We'll look at Pinduoduo tomorrow. We've seen Alibaba make some moves. We've seen Neo, Tencent Music, things like that. So Pinduoduo, JD as well. That should be on watch. Coinbase, hopefully we'll never see 230 again, but we'll wait to see on that one. Thank you so much to Maggie, to Lucas, to @TraderTV Randy today. There they are. Look at that setup, guys. Thank you so much for everything. It's glad to have Neil back. What's Valeria doing? She's wearing Randy's glasses there? Let me see. Let's
well,
see.
There are shades.
No, I don't want to see them. I want to see them on you. Let's see what they look like there. Okay. A little bit of badass action there. All right, guys, let's wrap this thing up. Check out our videos. It's going to be posted soon on Square, the trade that we made on Square. Get into our mind, see what's going on with there. That's going to be a trade of the day type of thing. So check that out, guys. For Neil, what's his name? Oh, yeah. Brendan. Brenda, that's the problem. You're scaring me. For Neil, for Brendan, for Valeria, I'm Sean, Trader TV Live team. We thank you so much, and we will see you tomorrow. Cheers, guys.
Bye, guys.